You ready?
I'm ready. I've been ready for 5 minutes.
Hello and welcome back to episode 2. We're back again. What's so funny?
We made it back after last week. We were back, but we're still in one chair. Forgot to order it.
Yeah.
So better order another one.
Standard, really.
You could have ordered it.
I could have done, but you said you was going to, so why would I? We're going to talk about Aimee's journey of 3 stone down, no gym membership, no cutting out chocolate, and a cornetto nearly every single day.
Every bloody day.
If you go back to the beginning, what was it that made you want to make the change to really drop 3 stone?
Or the exact moment?
Yeah, was there a moment where you thought...
There was an exact moment, and it was in Oliver's room, and we had our work's Christmas party. I was ordering clothes, and the clothes had come, and I was trying them on, and they were very snug. And Luke said, "Why don't you just order the next size up?" And I turned around and went, "I am not.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm not." And I was in denial that I was going to be the next size up.
I want to stop you there.
Okay, here we go.
So we was actually in Canterbury shopping. It wasn't. I think you got some clothes delivered actually.
Yeah.
And then I was like, we'll just go to the shop because it's different in it with online because you never know what's going to fit. So let's just go out, and then you can try some clothes on.
Yeah.
So we went shopping, if you remember.
I don't remember this.
Do you not? We actually went out
No.
clothes shopping, and then it was in the shop because you were trying them on, and you came out, and you was like, "What do you think?" And I was like, "I think you might need to go up a size." Like, how do I dress this up? Because obviously, do you remember
I
now?
don't have any recollection of that.
Then you was like, "I am not a size up," like what you said.
Oh.
I was like, you know the dress you had on the other day? That one was alright. That one fitted pretty well. And you was like, "That's my mum's dress." I was like, "Oh."
Disclaimer, nothing wrong with Claire's clothes. But at that point, I think for me, it was just like, that was a tough pill to swallow. For somebody who's always been in the gym.
You was always training, weren't you?
I was always
eating well.
Well, I never actually ate well.
No. When we first got together, though, we ate well.
Yeah. When I got with you, I ate well because you actually knew what you was doing. I used to just starve myself and have a protein shake and thought that was how to be healthy.
If we go back further, so that's the moment where you thought, you know what, no, I can't handle this anymore. I'm going to do something about it. Because of visual as well, wasn't it? Because it was a Christmas works party.
I think it was that realisation that I was still, after you have a baby, you're in maternity clothes for a while. I just didn't really hit me. Because, I just had a baby. So I was like, yeah, whatever. But I think the realisation of, like, fuck, my body... Like, I think that was a moment I was like, how much my body had actually changed. Because I hadn't... Even when I look back at pictures, like, one of the photos of me in that pink jumper, and Oliver's only a little baby, and we was at your mum and John's, and I didn't realise how much my body had actually changed. I didn't realise how different I looked.
From a husband's point of view, even though I am a personal trainer, I was just like buzzing. We've got a little baby. Obviously, I love Aimee no matter what. Like, even if, she was going to be 5-6 stone heavier, it didn't make any difference. I still loved her.
And you never ever shamed me,
ever?
Nah,
never. No, because people have to lose weight because they want to lose weight. If I said to you, I want you to lose weight, you'd be like, fuck this bloke. I can listen to what you got to say. Yeah, and you wouldn't have that mindset drive to want to do it for yourself. Do you think it was just baby weight? Or do you think there was other contributing factors behind it?
100%. When we got together, I was like a massive gym bunny, always in the gym. My diet wasn't the best because I was following really stupid advice. But when I got with you, my diet was there. But then when we got together, and we mentioned this in the last episode, we've not had an easy ride, have we? There's been a lot of knockbacks through our last 12 years together. And I think all of those things contributed. So I think it was coming from a place of like a plaster or like a just not feeling I have a purpose, and I guess just trying to fill this void inside of me and not realising what it was.
When we first met, you was beautician, I was personal trainer. Next time I met you, you couldn't do beauty anymore because you medically disembarked. Yeah. Carpal tunnel in both hands, using splints in both hands.
Yeah.
Even just holding a mug and having a drink was sore for you. You used to sleep in splints.
Yeah, I know.
So that was...
And I was meant to have an operation in Miami, but the company cut it short and said, you're not having that because I didn't want to pay for it. So I come home in the NHS where I basically got laughed out of the door because I was 18. How can I have all this trauma to my arms?
Yeah, not 70 hours of massage a week. It's mad, isn't it? Like,
it is
that would
mad.
wipe anyone out.
It
No wonder
is crazy.
Your arms are so fucked up. But then that was obviously ripped away from you. All your college and everything you trained towards, your whole life direction, career-wise, was ripped away from you. So that's massive. Then you think about the baby situation.
Yeah, we had multiple miscarriages, and that was really tough, wasn't it? I think maybe, again, it's just trying to find my purpose along the way. I think I, like you said, trained for beauty, had this whole path mapped out for me. Even before we moved to Kent, I tried to get a job in Southampton, didn't I?
Yeah.
And I basically was told I can't get that job because I was too qualified, but I just wanted to be in a spa, but they wouldn't.
Yeah,
I couldn't get in. I couldn't go to work in there because basically I was too qualified to do any other job but be an actual massage therapist or do facials, but I couldn't physically do that because of my arms. And then I just had to take a job. I literally worked for a lawn firm about grass.
Yeah.
And I worked on my own in this little damp, shoddy shed in an industrial
shambles,
estate.
really, wasn't it?
I started to go downhill.
I think that was all these knockbacks just kept putting you down, and your self-worth just kept going lower and lower and lower and lower.
Yeah, because actually when I first met you, my self-worth weren't that high anyway, was it?
I didn't know that. You've mastered it very well.
Yeah, I'm a master of the masking. But I didn't have great self-worth. Like I said, I was taking really bad advice, but even we've had this conversation, like body dysmorphia, like I see things that aren't quite there because of the relationship with food and the gym, just from past relationships and past things that happened. So then, obviously, I think me going to college and going to do the ships was my runaway from that, and I felt like I was achieving something, and then that was a knockback.
Yeah, massive.
Then the jobs were a knockback. Then we moved back to Kent. Then I didn't really take care of myself. I wasn't doing any
self-worth, though, isn't it? It's all comes
self-worth.
back to the same
Like
thing.
I wouldn't even I wouldn't even get my hair cut. I remember once your mum was like, "Let me cut your hair."
You weren't wearing any clothes that you would wear.
I wasn't. Yeah, I
You
wasn't
was always
wearing
in loungewear the whole time, yeah, baggy clothes.
What's new? I'm wearing loungewear now. No, I used to wear
you know what I'm saying.
all I wore was your hoodies. Your
gym hoodies.
gym hoodies and
Which
tatty
were
old
extra
leggings.
large.
Then it was a case of we just decided we're going to have a baby. Then that didn't happen, and we had multiple miscarriages. And then it was like, what the fuck what's my purpose? And I think that's probably where the weight just started, because I had no self-worth, no self-care, didn't love myself, there was no discipline there. So it wasn't like, whoa, I put on all this weight. But from the moment we got together to the moment when I fell pregnant with Oliver, I must have put on, I don't know how much, but...
The thing is, and I think it's really important that everyone hears this, that amount of ups and downs, well, really just downs, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I didn't have many. Well, when we got married, that was up.
Yeah, massive. In that short period of time of obviously the job, the first miscarriage was horrific. Then it was going back to work and then having to rebuild yourself. But I remember you telling me, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of women that will probably relate to this, this is like the one job I'm here to do. And I can't even do that.
Yeah, that was one of my real struggles. I remember just crying all the time. Because I was so angry at my body, because I just felt like it's the one thing as a woman that I'm supposed to do, and I couldn't do it. And I just remember feeling so helpless of, who am I? What am I supposed to do? I just felt so lost. When you look at me then, when you think about when we first got together and think about me now and this in between, what do you think? Because obviously you actually see it. I can sit here and say, like, I know I was masking a lot, I know, but obviously you saw behind the closed doors.
I try to look at everything in a positive mindset, don't I? So I'm a very positive person. So I'd always be like, big you up when I...
Yeah,
and then I would be
You're always my number one fan.
Yeah, but I'd always be like, just thinking this is just a phase. Like, that's not Aimee. Like, this is not like her. I think the real Aimee's in there somewhere. And I think, but going through that much shit in such a short period of time.
And we had a lot of other factors going on.
Yeah,
it wasn't
like
just that.
Family and friends
we
and
had
all
so
sorts of
much
stuff
other things happening.
going on. And then all of a sudden, getting married, then a massive high. And then we thought, well, it's definitely going to happen this time. So then you got pregnant again. I thought, nah, definitely it's meant to be. Maybe we're meant to be married. We're meant to have a house. Now's the time. It's our time now. And then obviously that happened again.
Yeah.
And then you start to question, will it ever happen?
Yeah, no, I was at a point. I was just felt so, I guess, depressed. If you'd asked me at the time if I was depressed, I would have said no. But looking back, I felt so low and so
There's no doubt
depressed.
you was depressed. Massively.
That I guess everything else went out the window. I didn't care about anything apart from wanting to be a mum. I didn't care about me, as in, I think 'cause that's what I thought.
Yeah, then I'll be honest, so did I. You know, it hit me a lot harder than I was said about.
Yeah, 100%.
I was just desperate to be a dad, thinking I'm desperate to be a dad one day.
When you put it like that, there's a lot of things that happened, and all of these things on top of unresolved trauma.
Yeah, on top of that. But I think this is important for a lot of people who are listening to this, especially women. Speaking from an outside perspective as a man would mess anyone up.
Yeah.
That much, going through not just one miscarriage but two, and not being able to do a job that you can do, that would affect anyone's. So to look at the self-worth, it all comes back to self-worth at the end of the day. How do you view yourself, your social image of yourself? If you think about all them factors just kept knock back, no matter how much positive reinforcement I was trying to deliver in, and I was still broken myself, there was always going to be something that fell apart. It wasn't our relationship, so it just ended up being your food became your comfort. And I don't know if you remember, but I would come home at like lunchtime at work, and Aimee would be like, have you had any lunch? She'd be like, yeah, I've just had cheesecake.
Not a little cheesecake,
No.
a big cheesecake.
I'm like, all right. So that's not just hungry, is it? That's emotional eating.
Yeah, I'm laughing. It is a real thing, and it's not to laugh about because I know the struggle, but I'm just laughing because just looking back at that, the trauma, I just laugh. I can't help it. But when I wouldn't even bat an eyelid. I was like, what do you mean?
But that was before you got pregnant.
Yeah. That was before I got pregnant. And obviously as well, because of the miscarriages, and I just didn't think my mental health could take it anymore, I went to have acupuncture. Yeah. And having acupuncture basically meant I had to rejig my whole cycle, because she basically said it was all back to front. So that's a whole different thing. But I had to have like these, remember them smoothies in the morning?
Yeah.
Ugh, even now they make me feel ill.
That again comes back to the mindset, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because you wanted it so badly to be a mum,
yeah,
that you was willing to do whatever it took.
I had all these different supplements. I was having these really disgusting shakes in the morning. You can't even say they were smoothies. They were just blended mush.
Anything green.
And I had to have like something ridiculous, like 30 different vegetables in a day or something. I don't know. But basically, I did all this thing, and I actually fell pregnant, and that was Oliver. And so the first 12 weeks, I was like really conscious of what I'm putting in my body, really conscious of making sure I'm still having them shakes, making sure I'm having all them supplements. And then as soon as 12 weeks hit and we had that scan and he was there.
Just euphoric though, wasn't it?
And they say it's safe. That moment, oh my God, that's when I just let loose.
Yeah.
Let loose. And I just ate everything and anything. I thought, well, I'm pregnant, I'm going to get big anyway, so why not just fucking go for it?
Yeah, and I can't blame you for that either, because I think it was such like a relief that you got pregnant. You was just like, that's it now. And it was just like it's massive relief. So again, it went back to comfort eating, but in a more euphoric way than a negative way. Yeah,
more euphoric, but I do actually think there's an underlying thing there of, you know, putting that plaster on. So for me, my plaster, funny enough, I was just talking about this on my podcast, my plaster was alcohol, and then with my relationship with food, like sometimes I would either starve myself, like I personally don't think I had a problem with food, it was my internal how I view myself, so I would like not eat properly, or I would just fucking binge. There was no in between, was there?
It comes back to the same thing.
But that's what I mean, is like, I think it got to a point where it's like, finally something's going right, and like finally I'm gonna be a mum. So it's kind of like I didn't have to punish myself anymore, but I was putting that plaster on of keep eating, because there is that underlying of I didn't want to sit with myself and kind of digest all the shit that had just happened. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly what you mean. In my opinion, that was really what caused it all these ups and downs before Oliver, and then that's why with Oliver you just kind of let loose and gained all that weight, to be honest. Oliver was born, absolutely buzzing, first time parents, married, new home, and it was all going well.
Felt like everything was like
what
we wanted. Like
everything what we wanted.
I had a mental breakdown and I just lost control, and I was like just crying. I think I definitely had postpartum.
Yeah.
Because
100%.
because of miscarrying, I didn't want anyone apart from Luke. I didn't want anyone. I didn't want my mum feeding Oliver. I didn't want anyone touching him. I struggled to breastfeed. Then I was going into that whole sort of thing of like, oh my god, my body doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Then I was questioning if I should ever have been a mum.
All the time,
I was questioning if I tempted fate because Oliver wouldn't settle.
Every day,
and I punished myself all the time. And again, I'm eating. It's that plaster because I don't want to. It's just that it's such a whirlwind, and the feelings and the tiredness and the everything. And I just got to a point of, and this is where my old trauma all resurfaced along with all these other things over the last however many years that we'd been together. Everything just come out, didn't it? I cried my little heart out.
To be honest, you was an amazing mum because you was making him all fresh food every single day. I was getting home from work. Admittedly, I was at work all the time. I wasn't getting back till like 6, 7 o'clock in the evening.
He was leaving at like 5:30 in the
morning. I
morning.
wasn't really seeing him at all, to be honest. I get home, she's made all these fresh foods, put them in little freezer pots. He was having omelettes for breakfast every single day. Yeah. And he was having like fresh fruit, vegetables. He wasn't having any crap. He was having the best life. And I'd be like, what have you eaten today? And you'd be like, oh, nothing really. You know, I'm not even...
Yeah.
You know, what do you mean nothing? You've been at home all day. You'd be like, no, I haven't had time to eat. And I think, what do you mean you haven't had time to eat? You've been here all day.
Cooking this for him.
Yeah, well, could you not just eat the same?
Literally. No, it's true though, isn't it? But again, it's that self-worth. It's how I viewed myself. It's that worthiness of feeling like, do I deserve to eat? Do I deserve to eat? Do I deserve to sit down, have a break and have my own omelette when I should be doing all these things and I should be tending to Oliver, make sure he's okay? And I came last every time. Every time I always came last because of how I viewed myself, because of where my self-perception, and again, it was all wired back to selfish is negative. Like, when actually anybody, especially a new mum, they should be being selfish because how can you give from empty? I had this moment of like, I need to sort myself out because I was looking at this baby and I'm thinking, oh my God, you now depend on me. And I just had this moment of like, I need to sort my fucking life out. I need to sort my head out because I actually have got a lot of Why are you laughing? Why are you doing this?
And I think this is important because this is where you get to see the transformation of Aimee Jones, the business owner, who stands on a stage in front of hundreds of women in her cowboy boots, rocking the stage with no guest speakers and does the whole day on her own. This is where it all started from, was this moment.
That's when I started realising I have to take care of me. I have to put myself first. You know, I have to forgive myself for... you know, all these feelings, all these thoughts, like don't hold it over myself and just start every day anew and just don't punish myself. So obviously that's where it was the mindset shift and also the physical transformation.
Yeah, the physical transformation helps. You can't lie about that. If you feel more confident in your skin, that kind of is a big factor. But the biggest transformation happens in here, really, is that change been like, I need to sort myself out.
Yeah, because I was never going to do the things that you was telling me to do. I was never going to do that if I didn't want to do that.
Yes,
you couldn't
literally.
Save me.
Well, I've tried many times, didn't I? I tried many times to be
what
like...
What do you mean?
Yeah, I tried being like...
What are you trying to say?
Well, we'll work out together. Come on, let's do it together. You're like, I don't like working out with you. You push me too hard, or you tell me to do things I don't want to do. And I'll be like, but, you know, this is kind of what we got to do. You're like, no, I ain't doing it like that. And then you would sort of dabble in it, wouldn't you, for a week or two and go, do you think I look any different? And I'll be like, yeah, a little bit, but, you know, it's early days. and then you'd be like almost given up by that point.
I just sabotage everything.
Yeah,
I even tried self-sabotage our relationship at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I didn't feel worthy of it. I'm like, this guy's nice to me. I don't deserve that. So, but you fucking weren't having it. So he sticked about.
Yeah. But it was when you decided, and again, that moment was your mum's dress. Sorry, Claire.
Sorry, Mum.
It was your mum's dress being like, I can't wear my mum's clothes. I'm early 20s. This ain't the life for me. Not that dress, anyway.
No. Mum's very trendy, actually.
Yeah, she is very trendy. I said, look, let's cut the crap. This is exactly what you need to do. Number one, it comes to calories in, calories out. So if you want to lose body fat, which is exactly what you want to do, you have to make sure that you are under eating enough that your body goes, okay, we've got no energy in the digestive system. We are going to use stored energy. Stored energy is fat. When you go into a calorie deficit, your body uses fat as its preferred energy source. I basically said, look, get into a calorie deficit and let's start doing this.
And what was the funniest thing? Because I was like, yeah, I don't really eat much. Then we sat down.
If I remember rightly, wasn't it about 3,000 calories a day you was having?
Yeah, literally.
Which would be like what I would eat now, training and doing 12,000 steps a day. And Aimee was having that, doing...
Watch yourself. Watch what you're going to say.
Pottering around the house.
Watch yourself. It's busy lady.
In that time. Not now. At that time.
I was busy. It's a different type of busy, isn't it?
Yeah,
Having a baby. It's a different type
you was
of busy. But I wasn't being active.
Yeah, it was.
I was not
inactive.
burning 3,000 calories a day.
Probably half of that.
It was really bizarre because, and this is another thing where you mentally feel like you look at yourself and you think, how have I gained this weight? I don't understand why I am bigger. Obviously, I was like, well, I've just had a baby, kept putting it on that. But then you start thinking, well, how? I don't really eat. Yeah. And then you look at what you're eating and then you go, fuck.
Yeah, you look at the ingredient.
That was another moment of going, oh, right, okay.
Yeah, and this is why it always comes back to calories in, calories out. Now, I could have given Aimee a meal plan and gone, just stick to that and you'll be absolutely fine. But what if she didn't like any of the foods? It'd be pointless.
Yeah, and again, because of my self-worth, and this is where I think this is so crucial, because of my self-worth, anything that would make me feel like it's a punishment, I will avoid. I will self-sabotage because I've got a plaster on. I don't want to sit with myself because I mentally don't have the worth. I mentally don't deserve it. So anything that's going to trigger a punishment, I don't want it. Yeah. And that, I think, is where so many people go wrong.
Yeah,
they try and do everything at once. They try and do big, massive changes, and then they'll do it for 3 days. It's a punishment, and then they go back to putting a plaster on because they haven't. It's because it's in here.
If you're really suffering, if your diet is so harsh and your workouts are so tough, it's going to feel like a punishment, isn't it? And when you're fed up with suffering, you think, oh, fuck this, I ain't doing this anymore. You're going to go straight back. But if it's something you can stick to and it's not too harsh and it's something because you actually enjoyed your diet, didn't you?
I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the structure for sure.
You loved it. And we worked it out because ultimately, again, it comes back to the calories. We worked it out. Okay, well, Aimee needed to have 1,400 calories a day. And what we did was you wanted to have a treat, didn't you?
I wanted to make sure that I was like, I can't give up my cornetto of an evening. Like, it was that moment of Oliver going down to sleep.
Yeah.
It was a moment of sitting down and having a bit of peace, and actually Luke was there, so I'm not sat at home on my own. And we used to sit in front of the telly and I'd have my cornetto, and that was like my little moment of like, that was my treat after a really hard day.
And it's important, you just keep that in.
Every day, before I logged anything, I logged the cornetto, so I knew it was in there already.
That's the secret.
So it was in there already.
So you think cornetto was 200 calories for argument's sake. You've got 1,400 to play with. You minus the 200 calories from the cornetto straight away. Mm-hmm. Okay, now your amount is 1,200. That's like your bank account. That's the amount of money you have to spend for the day. Once you run out of money, that's it. Tough. It's gone. You can't spend no more.
Yeah.
You can't dip back into the bank account.
There's no overdraft.
That's it. You spent your money. You're going to have to wait till the bank account opens tomorrow morning.
Yeah, till you can go again. So for me, what was funny though, that would be my treat. So the fact that I was eating less in the day, trying to get out more walking, and I would only do a 20-minute exercise, either what you would do for me, or I'd bang something on YouTube and jump around.
Yeah, exactly. Because you got a baby. And you didn't have the confidence to go to the gym.
There was no way I was stepping foot in a gym. I wouldn't even go for a run out because I was so petrified and had no confidence. So I ran. It wasn't a big garden. Yeah. We measured it with a tape measure.
Yeah.
And Luke added it up. He's like, right, you got to do however many laps.
Yeah, like back and forth
for the garden, and that's the equivalent of running this amount.
But then I made little circuits in the garden.
So
I had a set of dumbbells, which again, 30 quid on Amazon. Happy days. So a couple of bodyweight stations and a couple of dumbbell stations. Some core, some legs, some pulling, some pushing. So whole body, everything's moving. At the end of that workout, even just in the first one, you was obviously a bit sweaty because it's the first time we've done it in a long time. But I could just see the smile, the endorphins would go, and you just felt like a little bit more like, I've missed this.
Yeah, and I had missed it a lot, actually. And then every night I'd sit down with my cornetto. But what was funny is, some nights I'm like, I don't even fancy that tonight.
There you go.
Because I knew I could have it.
Exactly. You're not depriving yourself.
If you deprive yourself and you punish yourself,
yeah, that's it.
You then get to a point where you think, fuck this arsehole, I'm going to have 10 cornettos.
I'll show you.
I'll show you.
And that's why meal plans don't work, because you need to enjoy the foods.
Yeah, for it to be sustainable and real life, I think.
It's real life.
Don't get me wrong, for some people it will work if they're doing,
for a short period of time, but how many people put weight back on?
Well, that's it. It's then yo-yo effect, because that's another thing, isn't it? The 3 stone that I lost in total.
Yeah.
Because we worked it out the other day. That's never come back.
Never come back. And you've been pregnant again.
I've had another baby. Had baby Nelly. Run multiple businesses. Busy life with obviously a demanding toddler and a newborn. Could have fell back into old habits.
The mindset.
It's the mindset.
Because you worked hard. Now this is what's really the best advice we can give you. Is Aimee worked really hard to lose that.
And I rewired my brain.
Exactly.
I rewired my self-worth and the way I look at myself.
Yeah, exactly. That was the biggest change. She grafted. She put the effort in. Admittedly, it was from my advice, but she stuck to it. Here we go. We're here. She stuck to it. And it was flexible, because it was like, well, actually, I don't want a cornetto. I'm going to have a chocolate bar. So what?
Yeah, so
don't worry about it. Just make sure you don't go over your calories.
It's still within 200 calories.
Don't get me wrong. There was obviously still protein in the diet. There was obviously fruit and vegetables. And that made up probably 80% of the food. But again, the protein choices that Aimee wanted to have. Not what I wanted her to have. Yeah, this was what she liked.
Luke can force feed, I can't. Yeah. That ain't for me. Plain fucking chicken and rice, get away from me. I wouldn't have done it.
But then that comes down to my mindset, doesn't it? Because I'm able to just go tunnel vision if I want to get something. But I can't maintain that forever. Like, you will not maintain that forever. You can do that for a short period of time. Like, you'll just see me withering away in the chairs throughout the weeks. Because I'm in a calorie deficit in a minute. For a photo shoot. And my calories, again, they're fairly low for me. So you'll just see me withering away.
You're like this tiny little man.
Tiny little person.
I do want to butt in a minute and say... Anyone that's thinking, oh, well, it's easy because your husband's a PT, so he's right there. What I want to say, who you surround yourself with matters. I'm not saying you can only do this if you go and marry a PT, but you have to make sure your support circle supports you. If anyone is going to say... Why are you saying
I just looked at the camera like a modern family.
So it doesn't matter, if you're surrounded by people who don't want to see you win, or maybe are a bit negative, or maybe have their own shit going on and it projects onto you and their own beliefs of why do you want to track your calories? Oh, fucking hell, don't worry, one day won't hurt. Or, oh, you don't need to go to the gym. Oh my God, you're obsessed. This is your whole personality now. That is so important whilst you change your mindset. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I'd arguably cut in and say it doesn't help to live with a personal trainer, because I have family members that don't even want to listen to me.
Oh yeah, there's family members.
I know lots of other PTs, well, not just myself, but lots of other PTs that I know in the industry, and a lot of the people, they don't want to follow their advice. It's just like Aimee's mum, for example. Sorry, Claire, dropping you in it again.
Claire's getting roasted.
She's getting roasted today. Claire said to me when we first got together, I don't understand why I'm not losing weight. I eat so healthy, and do you know what? She ate really healthy. But she had too many calories, and that was the reason why she wasn't losing any weight. Yeah. I said, just listen to me, Claire, please. Just count your calories, and grow up. This is what you need to do. You need to count your calories. You cannot go over this amount. If you want to drink a glass of wine, drink a glass of wine.
But just factor
fucking stay in these calories. That's it. Stay in these calories. Do some exercise. Get moving. Guess what happened? She lost 10 kilos in about 3 or 4 months.
He's very passionate about this,
So come on.
What I'm basically saying is, as long as your mindset is strong and as long as you rewire your own brain of how you interpret everyone else's opinions and you can block out the noise and you just focus on you. And again, this is all about rewiring yourself, fucking off limiting beliefs, learning to trust you again. That was the biggest part of my journey. Yes, I lost 3 stone, and yes, that is amazing, and yes, I feel better for it, and yes, I'm healthier for it because I'm not getting out of breath going upstairs and my joints weren't hurting anymore. Yes, whilst that's amazing, what's the actual incredible movement is how I see myself.
Yes.
How I feel inside. Those voices inside my head, the demons that I'm living with. It's being able to move forward in life and feel happy within my skin. Because even when I was pregnant, I even said to Luke, I was like, okay, I'm mentally preparing like another 4 stone, because with Oliver I put on 4 stone.
That was never going to happen.
And I was like, I'm mentally preparing for it. And Luke was like, no, you'll be fine. But I didn't believe it. But
I knew you'd be fine purely because
of the mindset change.
Yeah, because of the mindset stage. But it doesn't just happen. What happens is you do something positive for yourself, and like doing a workout, that's a positive thing for yourself. Getting your nails done, getting your hair cut, buying some nice clothes, whatever it may be you like to do, doing more of the things that are filling your cup up, is a term you use a lot.
Yeah, fill your own
cup up with the workouts, with losing the weight. I was like, wow, I did that. Fast forward from the beginning of the podcast talking about clothes shopping to now, well, now you're getting clothes and you're like, oh, I look good in this.
Yeah.
And it's just changing that self-worth. I sit with clients all the time. They're just like, oh, I'm just such and such, or I can't lose weight. I've been spoken negatively my whole life. I say to clients now, you're looking good. And they go, yeah, I know.
Yeah, and that's what it is, isn't it? The weight, everyone thinks it's the weight. We'll go on to that topic on another episode, but everyone thinks it's the weight. The weight is a positive that comes with it, yes, but it's actually rewiring your mind.
100%.
That's what will get you. That's what makes it sustainable. Mm-hmm. That's what gets you through. That's what rewires. That's what builds you to habits. And that's what gives you a better, happier, more fulfilled life.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Because if you're happy in your own skin, no matter what your body shape is,
it doesn't matter what. To be honest with you,
because it's subjective. Obviously,
it doesn't matter what size you are.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
It matters how you feel and how you see yourself.
Because, yes, you've got BMIs and things like that, of ways of tracking health ranges.
Yeah, taking all that out of it.
Yeah, just take that out of it. If you feel happy, it's subjective to, what you weigh. The weight is irrelevant. Let's just take a weight out. Because if you look good and you walk into a pub or into a bar or a family dinner, barbecue, someone says, you look amazing, no one ever goes to you, how much you weigh? No one cares how much you weigh.
How much you weigh.
I think I'm looking good at the minute. And no one's asked me, how much you weigh?
No.
It's just you look good or you don't look good. And again, it's subjective because it depends on their opinion of what looks good, obviously.
That is another thing, though, because there'll be some people out there where, for example, like back in the day when I was quite lean, I was muscly, wasn't I? People would say, oh, why do you want to be muscly? You're a girl.
Yeah. I think that's sort of changed, though, isn't it? Cause...
Yeah, but as in, what I'm saying is, it doesn't... What I'm saying is, and I don't know, maybe as women we feel this more, and women listening to this will relate. At society, it don't matter where the fuck you are. You're always either going to be too much, too little, shrink yourself, big yourself up. You're never going to be perfect, because I tell you something, perfect don't fucking exist.
Exactly.
So, me right now, there will be some people looking at me thinking... oh, that's not the body I would want. But do I care? Because I've changed my mindset, I don't give a fuck. I'm happy in my body.
Yeah.
And that's
exactly,
it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks.
Because everyone will see it differently. There'll be somebody there'll be people looking at me thinking, oh my God, that was my starting line. Like, oh, I don't want to be in that body. But then there'll be other people going, oh my God, I wish I looked like that.
Yeah. I mean, I put a picture on Instagram the other day of my sort of like transformation. And my starting point, he goes, I'd be happy with your starting point, to be honest. But it's subjective because I wasn't happy with my starting point. So I made a change to then move it forwards.
Yeah.
And you're going to gain weight and lose weight throughout your whole life. Yes, there's going to be an element of not gaining too much. You obviously don't want to gain up 3 stone, down 3 stone. That's a bit too much. But you're always going to gain weight. So if you're putting your self-worth based on the number on the scales, you will never be happy. Because you can gain weight. It. You can go for a good old shit and lose some weight.
You can drink a gallon of water and put on weight.
Easily. So if you're judging your progress based
on number on
the scales, I would just chuck them straight in the bin. First thing, don't worry about what them number on the scales say. Because if you are happy in your skin, that's the most important factor.
Yeah, 100%.
If you were sat next to the version of yourself from 6 years ago, what advice would you have for that version of yourself?
I would say just start small, move your body, and just track your food. Don't do any big scary movements. Just start with those 3 things. We've decided, literally just being sat here right now in this podcast, we've just decided we're actually going to make, what is it we're making? Like a plan?
Yeah,
or like a breakdown?
We're going to put together exactly what you did.
Yeah, and you can have it.
I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah.
For free.
For free. You can have it.
So there you go.
For free. Enjoy.
And on that note, it's been a pleasure. It's been a raw one today.
It has been a bit of a raw one today. It's interesting to hear it from your point of view.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway.
Amazing. And on that note, goodbye.